PΑMAMAE number 2, dealing with trauma, hurt and grief. And excuse the noise, there's a truck in the background. So today we're going to talk about tangihanga, the funeral rites, the funeral process. And basically, tangihanga, for the majority of it, is actually about us, the living. And our tupuna creating, our ancestors creating a process to help us grieve. To help us send the wairua, the spirit of the person, to the next world, but also to help us process the grief, the pain, the hurt of loss. And so tangihanga is performed in different ways, but the most important thing about tangihanga is in the word itself, as I've discussed already, which is to tangi, to cry. So you should be crying a river. and as we cry, morena Kelly, as we cry, we should be crying until we dry out. And then each time we hear a sad song, each time we hear a sad speech, or a speech that reminds us of the person, that should help us to cry. In addition to that, there will also be times that we will laugh. And then there will be times when we get hurt. And it's important to process, because the hurt sometimes by somebody saying something is actually about putting a challenge, usually to give that person who's lying in state extra mana. Because in the Māori world, there's no such thing as a person's rights and wishes. That's a Western teaching, which I really struggle with myself, because once you're dead, you are no longer your rangatira. And it is the people that love you and care for you that make the decisions for you, rather than you dictating from the grave. So that's quite a big difference from our Western beliefs, and most Māori practice the Western belief. It was that person's wishes. No, in traditional Māori way, there's no such thing as wishes. Sorry, everybody. But in addition to that, as people are coming to the funeral, you should be also taking account of who came, what they gave, and writing that down, writing the koha down, and making sure those in the kitchen are writing down the koha of food and other things that are also bought, because Māori is a reciprocal world, and so we have to then reciprocate to those people and those families and give equal or more. And so that can be hard in today's world, but it's remembering how we deal with this, so that when others lose, when others go into the same situation as us, we can give them something as well. As you can see, I could be going on about this for ages, and I say that phrase far too much, but just wanted to give a quick overview on tangihanga. As a result of a request, I will be doing post-funeral rites, in particular around harimate and kawemate, and what the difference is, taking the spirit of the deceased to another place, usually to a place that they whakapapa to. So katiake, have a great day. It's a little bit cold, but not as cold as the last few days. Kia ora tātou.